බුද්ධෝසෝ භගවා ඕධාය ධම්මං දේසේති දන්තෝසෝ භගවා ධම්මතාය ධම්මං දේසේති සන්තෝසෝ භගවා සමතාය ධම්මං දේසේති තින්නෝසෝ භගවා අරණාධම්මං දේසේති පරිනිබ්බුතෝසෝ භගවා පරිනිබ්බානාධම්මං දේසේති.
I am student of Reverend Buddhateachings. My purpose is to find out who I am really. Basically, I am on this path. So my teacher is a great philosopher, and then I have a great respect to him. So what I have learned from him, the main outcome, learning outcome basically, so understand myself and then specifically question and studying myself basically, and inquire into myself and understand the reality of myself. So let's take few examples. So I'm basically, I'm not a devotee of any religion. So I'm basically finding the reality of this universal nature and reality beyond the universal nature. So I'm finding myself first. So then I'll take few questions. Who I am really, the first question, and then who is man. So who is human? So let's take who is human. A human is a construct of three energies. One is the body or the genes, we can call the body, and the second energy is memories. So the memory we can call the knowledge, and the third one is we can call the unconscious mind, or we can call the power within yourself, basically the energy within yourself. And then the same way we can call the identity, so your real identity basically. So these are the three energies that constitute a human basically. So let's take one example. So let's take one by one these three energies. Now from a layman point, if I take these three energy, who is human? So basically there is a physical body, and there are some memories, and there is a power within yourself. These are the three things if you take any human. So now let's take one example. So let's take one by one. Let's take first the body. What is body basically? What does the body do? Now if you take, there are 5 sensory organs attached to the brain. And then these 5 sensory organs basically capturing information from the external world. So what are these 5 sensory organs? Basically your eyes, your ears, nose, tongue, and then your body. So you're basically capturing out information from the external world and then transmitting this information to the via the brain to the knowledge. So then again the knowledge reacts sending information via brain to the sensory organ. So that is the function basically what body does. So basically capturing information in and reacting to things basically. And so that's about the basic function of the body. So let's take the second part, that is the memories, or we can call the knowledge. So there's the second energy. So now the second energy, the knowledge is basically is attached to the brain, and you cannot see the knowledge, you cannot see the energy, the knowledge, and then at the same time it is active energy. So it is invisible, at the same time it is active. So these are the things you can see whether what I am telling is right or wrong. You can think yourself and you can study, analyze and see what I am telling is wrong or whether what I am telling is truth. So now this knowledge is active, and then this has, so what basically knowledge consists? If you take the memories, so these memories consist of, let's say, your languages. your letters, your numbers, and then we can say words, some shapes, some taste and smells, and some information about the feelings, and all these experiences, relationships, and this information are contained in the knowledge as memories, basically. So memory. So what will happen? This information is active. The knowledge is basically active, but we cannot see this knowledge. Now, if I take few examples to study this knowledge, I will call 3 words. One is red, the word red color, the word white color, and then I will say the word mother. So when I pronounce these 3 words, what is really attached? You are attached to any of these. You need to check yourself. You need to study and you need to ask questions from yourself. Now, when I say red color, white color, is there any meaning to you? Any attributes attached to you? You need to carefully study yourself. And then when I say mother, the word mother, so what it means to you? Is there any attributes attached to this word? And these are the things we need to study in this journey, basically. So, few examples. This is an introductory video, so I don't want to go into more details. So I'm just touching on the surface. So these 2 energies, basically what I just now explained, the body and then the knowledge. So this body one day is going to die, is not going to be permanent. So then I am not going to be the body, basically. So the body is going to die one day. And then the second one is the knowledge. So knowledge is attached to brain. So the once brain dies, the knowledge is going to die also. So what is the knowledge and the body then cannot be myself. So then what is myself, basically? What is myself really? So myself, basically the unconscious mind. So in other words, we can say the power within yourself. The power within yourself is the unconscious mind, or the real identity of yours, basically. Now, let's talk about a little bit about what is this unconscious mind. So the unconscious mind, as I mentioned to you, it's a power itself, basically a pure power. So within you there's a pure power, and there are some other versions of powers as well mix up with this entire unconscious mind. Before I go into the unconscious mind, let's take one example. Let's take electricity. So electricity is a power, and then electricity itself is a power. But electricity can power a computer. Electricity can power a TV. Electricity can power radio. Electricity can power light. So what I'm trying to say, the light is not going to be the electricity. The computer is not going to be the electricity. But TV is not going to be the electricity. And the radio is not going to be the electricity. So when I take the electricity is itself is a power. It's the pure energy. Electricity is the pure energy itself. And then the electrical equipment are going to be basically secondary. So those are secondary, but definitely the electricity itself cannot be a electrical equipment. So the electrical equipment cannot be the electricity. So electricity, the power remain in the electricity itself, basically, not in the radio, not in the electrical equipment. So let me now. So why I took this example to explain the unconscious mind. So the unconscious mind basically consists basically the unconscious mind, the as I mentioned, electricity, the power, the energy, it's the pure energy itself is a energy, basically. Now this energy are taking different versions. So what are these different versions? These are called the universal energies. universal energies, why these universal energies are created? Because of the ignorance. So because of the ignorance, there are so many universal energies are created. So these energies, so now the pure energy itself, because of its ignorance, so this is mixed up with these universal energies. So now these universal energies, say for example, what are these universal energies in the unconscious mind? So basically your likings, your dislikings, and your anger, maybe your desires, and maybe your jealousy, maybe your fearness. So these are few examples. So now according to my teacher, so there are 30 odd universal energies. We can categorize into 30 universal energies. So you cannot take this as a hard and fast rule. So it's a 30 energies. So we can easily explain. So that's why it has been categorized into 30. So there are maybe so many universal energies. So now these energies are created because of the ignorance. So now because of the ignorance, only these energies exist. Once the ignorance is removed or eliminated from the unconscious mind, what will happen? Your unconscious mind become the pure energy itself, basically. So there is no other energies within it. So now we are now trying to get this unconscious mind from many universal energies to one energy. So that is we call the 31st energy. So how we are going to create the 31st energy in the unconscious mind? So that is the journey we are discussing. And now how this unconscious mind can be transformed to one single energy. So that means the 31st energy. So when I say 31st energy, so once you remove your entire all the universal energies, because those energies are created because of the ignorance. So then once you remove the ignorance, automatically what is going to happen? Your pure energy will be going. Your pure energy itself is going to be calm, and then there is no journey to the universe. The pure energy, there is no journey. What is happening right now? The unconscious mind, since your pure energy is mixed up with your universal energies, what is happening? The pure energy can become one time anger, and one time fear, one time desires. So likewise, this pure energy will go around, go in a journey with these universal energies. So now, since the unconscious mind has many universal energies, this can go along this journey basically. So now this path basically, once you build up your intelligence and your kindness, so what will happen? This 31st energy we can create. So that is the ultimate energy, and then only one energy. There are no more any other universal energies within the pure energy. So how we are going to create the 31st energy? So the 31st energy, how we are going to create is the discussion basically. Now the main part of this entire journey is your knowledge. So when the knowledge is the main point. If your knowledge has many ignorance, so many unreal information in the knowledge, what is going to happen? So your knowledge is not going to work properly. So you are having so many unreal information. So first we need to clean up our knowledge. So how we are going to clean up the knowledge? So before we go into the cleanup, so always this knowledge and then the unconscious mind, there is interaction always. So from the knowledge to the unconscious mind, from unconscious mind to the knowledge, there is interaction always. When you inculcate the unreal information in the knowledge, so then you are creating basically unreality. So you are generating unreality. So the unreality will be generated in the unconscious mind. So unreality means the we are calling the ignorance. So the ignorance we are basically creating in the unconscious mind. If anybody is creating the reality, so when you generate the reality and then your knowledge is more real and more truthful, so what will happen? So you are creating basically the consciousness or the awareness in the unconscious mind basically. So that's the relationship, these two working together, and from knowledge to the unconscious mind, from unconscious mind to the knowledge. It's kind of a interaction between two energies. So now let's take the knowledge, how we are going to clean up the knowledge. So the knowledge basically, how we are going to clean up, as I mentioned to you, my main learning from this entire philosophy is basically studying yourself. So you analyze and you inquire into yourself, and then you study and see what is the reality basically, what is the real thing, what is the reality, and then you can discuss these things continuously with your teacher, and then at the same time you can have discussions, and then so when you are having the discussion you can improve your knowledge, and then your unreal information can be, you can think, and then you can study, and you can remove ignorance basically continuously. So the ignorance, so now what's this unreal knowledge? So this unreality, you need to bring it to the reality, your entire knowledge. So for that you need to continuously analyze and study, and then you need to see the reality, and then you need to get the guidance from the teacher. At the same time you need to discuss with other people who are having the higher knowledge. So then you will be able to improve your continuously improve your knowledge to become real basically, to become real. So now that's the journey we are going to discuss. So now let's talk about when you are going to when you are continuing this entire studying, what will happen basically, you build up your intelligence slowly. So when you are building up your intelligence slowly, so continuously you are building your intelligence. So now the intelligence is not the only solution for this entire creation of the 31st energy, which is the ultimate energy basically we are going to create. So that's the pure energy, and then energy itself is going to be free from the all other universal energy. So now this ultimate intelligence, it cannot basically stand by its own basically. Why? It's the intelligence is basically two sides of the sword, so it cannot stand by itself. So that's why we need to have a kindness. So let's say, what is the kindness basically? The kindness is basically how you are deeply interested in the well-being of the other people. So how you are, basically we all are selfish. So first we are talking about myself, second we are talking about my family, so we call the ourself, and then we call, likewise we always call ourself. So ourself also is a kind of a category coming into the myself. So now without all these things, so if anybody can deeply interested in the well-being of the other people, so that is we call the kindness. So that kind of a kindness plus the your intelligence. So the intelligence plus this kindness together we call the ultimate reality. So that is the 31st energy we are going to create. So only one energy will remain in the unconscious mind. So the currently unconscious mind is in a journey. Why it is in a journey? It has many versions. What are these many versions? These are basically your likings, your dislikings, and then your anger, your desires, your fearness, all these things come in under universal energy. So since you have many universal energies within you, you will go around this universal energy. We call the unconscious mind is going in a journey. So now we need to put a stop to this journey. So this is the journey we are discussing basically. Once you put a stop to this journey, so then we can call the pure energy. So the energy itself, as I mentioned to you previously, the electricity itself is energy. So likewise, so the pure energy is going to be itself is energy. So there is no any other energy basically, other any universal energy which are created because of the ignorance. So now this is the path we are basically talking about. So once the unconscious mind become the pure energy itself, what will happen basically, it's free from all the universes. So then you will get the ultimate freedom. So that is the ultimate reality basically. So we are on this path basically. Now if you have, so that's all I wanted to tell in this introductory video. So we, based on your comments, and we will see, we want to release few other videos, and anyway we will going to discuss what is the genes, the body, and then the knowledge, and then unconscious mind. These are the three things we are going to discuss. So separate videos will be released later. So but if you have any ideas, or if you see any comment, if you want to put any comments, so please ensure you include those comments in the comment section, and then we will see what we can do, and according to so we will discuss with the, I will discuss with the teacher as well. If I want to discuss with the teacher, I will discuss with the teacher. So when I am giving the feedback to these comments, so before releasing, so I will be in contact with the teacher. So that's all for the time being. So we'll release based on the new comments another video. Thank you.